So now let me ask you too, what are a few things that people would need to do to then prepare themselves for a HELOC or a refi? 'Cause I know a lot of times people's like, oh, I got a lot of equity, but is there maybe like minimum credit score that they may need, or is there a few steps that they may need to do to prepare for this?
Well, one of the things that I always say too, whether you're trying to prepare for that or not, most people will, some people will purchase their home like, oh my God, I finally met my goal, I achieved my goal of home ownership, and now I can just kind of relax when it comes to all that you work hard to do, like to keep your credit up or whatever. So number one, when you purchase your home, keep your credit up.
Right.
Keep your credit scores up, continue to pay your debts.
That's that habit.
Yeah, that's that habit. Like, continue to keep your payments on time, pay your bills on time, because whether you have a goal or not, and especially if you have a goal to purchase your next home or to purchase an additional home, you want to make sure that your credit score is always in line. You want to make sure that your debts are always at a minimum amount, and then you want to make sure that you are still saving, because sometimes when you purchase a home, as Randy was saying, the lender is going to say, hey, I need a minimum credit score. The minimum credit score, they say, is 640. Sometimes that's kind of hard to achieve. So I always say, if you could achieve a credit score of a 680 and above, and 660 will work too, but you have more options when you have a credit score of a 680. And so we always know that the higher the credit score, the better options, more options that we have. Save money, save whatever monies that you need, because sometimes some lenders may need reserves. And so they might say, you know what, we might need 2 months reserve. Reserves are what you have 2 months of your mortgage payment. So if your mortgage payment is $1,500, that means that if they tell you that they need 2 months of reserves, that means you need $3,000 in the bank. And then keep your debts at a minimum, because your debt ratio is always going to matter in whatever type of loan that you're getting. The debt ratio is your total debts, which includes your payments that's reported on the credit bureau, plus your housing payment divided by your gross monthly income. And gross is, of course, before taxes are taken out.
So what I'm hearing is that, right, we always say that real estate is a math problem. And the reason why we say that is because it really gives you guys the black and white of what it is that you need to focus on. So 2 things that I heard in regards to the HELOC and the refi is, which way are you going, right? So if you have a low interest rate and you're moving into a higher rate market, then the best strategy may be a HELOC, because you don't want to refinance all of the terms of your money. You just want this part of the money to have new terms, right? So the difference that I'm hearing is that a refi would refinance the whole terms. Now, here's where that might matter.